Hello everyone, this is Jessica from Puzzle Tumblers. I am going to do a quick little demonstration on how to convert the EPSON 2720 here tonight into a sublimation printer. So this is just going to be a quick little tutorial on how I have learned to convert this printer to be able to sublimate, and I'm super excited to be able to start sublimation. So the first thing I did, and I'm just telling and sharing with y'all where I got all of my products. So I ordered the EPSON 2720. Here y'all, I ordered this off of Amazon. Okay, I don't have an affiliate link for them or whatnot, but I did order my EPSON off of Amazon along with my sublimation ink. So you don't want to use the ink that it comes with. You want to buy sublimation ink. I ended up using Printer Jack. I bought from Printer Jack. I've done some research, and it was highly advised for me to use them. The print and ink quality is really good. So I'm happy with the sheets that I printed so far and with the sublimation effects. So I'm super excited. Excuse me for the hiccups. So I did that. It comes with the 4 bottles. It also comes with syringes, okay? So there's a way to either fill your printer with the ink using syringes, or you can fill it using the bottles that it came with, which is what I'm going to be doing, and I'll explain what I did here in just a second. So the Printer Jack's ink comes with syringes. I didn't want to do this, so what I did was I took the ink that came in these original bottles and I put them in another container. And then what I did was I filled up with each color. Once this was dried out and cleaned, I let it air dry overnight to make sure that there was no residual ink or anything left in here. I cleaned it really good. And then I poured the sublimation ink inside. So all you have to do is twist off the cap and then pour in your sublimation ink. I did that because I wanted to be able to directly put the nozzle into the ink container here. So now from here on out, all I have to do, as long as I don't switch brands, all I have to do is pour from one to the other to refill my cartridge. So you can choose to empty out the original ink that it comes with and put in your own, or you can use this and use your syringe. To me, it just seemed easier to do this way. So I emptied it out. So the ink that is in here is the actual sublimation ink from Ink Jack, which I'm super excited about. And then all I'm going to do is flip the cartridge holder open, and then each one of these colors has their own individual ink tanks, and I'm just going to fill this up real quick. So it's just a matter of twisting off the nozzle, literally twisting it off, and then putting it in the correct corresponding folder, right? So I'm super excited. Super excited about that. Y'all have no idea how excited I am to be able to do that. So just make sure to open it up all the way and then push it down. And you're going to see the ink filling up here slowly coming up. So I'm going to fill it up to this top line. You can fill it as full as you want, but I'm going to stop here. This one I'll step a little bit above it. Yeah, so I'm super excited to be able to start printing and sublimating with this material. So I'm super excited. You don't want to overflow it or overfill it, so just make sure that you're watching how far it goes up. And I'm stopping at this line just because it's my comfort. You'll have a little bit of ink left here in the bottom. You can't really see too clearly through here, through the original ink, but I just don't want to overfill my tanks because it's always easy to go back and add more. It's hard to take it out if you overfill it. So black is in place. I'm going to close that back up. Next I've got yellow. So I'm just twisting off the cap. Once again, I did use the sublimation ink is in this bottle. So this is, I'm just making sure yellow Y with Y. And then I'm going to fill this one up to about the same level on here. Just make sure you're not using the original ink that it came with. If you put the ink that it came with in here, then you cannot convert it to sublimation. So just make sure that you're doing, and make sure you don't put the wrong color in each one. That would be really rough. So we don't want to do that. So you can see it slowly filling up each tank. This one's the yellow. And I'm very much happy with the vibrancy of the color from this company. So I'm super excited. All right. Got that filled to the line, so I'm just gonna pop that off. And then we're going to do magenta. This printer is very lightweight. I was surprised at how light it is. Most printers are very heavy. This EcoTank was very light, which really was surprising. I really like it. I like the fact that I can buy a pack of ink to refill this instead of having to throw away so many ink cartridges, which to me is truly a waste. It's wasteful, and it doesn't break down or biodegrade in the landfills. So hopefully y'all recycle your ink cartridges for your other units. But these EcoTanks, I'm super excited to be able to use. Super excited. This one's almost filled up, and then we've got one more color. All right, and I've got one more. Once again, this is not the ink that it came with. I did fill it with the corresponding sublimation ink. So you want to make sure if you're doing that, that you empty this out 100% and let the bottle dry before you add your sublimation ink to it. I did that so that I could use the original nozzle to fill this with. I did not want to fill these cartridges by hand with a syringe. To me, that's kind of sloppy and messy, and this was just a lot more convenient and quick, right? All right, last color I have is the beautiful blue, so I'm just going to pop that in. I love the fact that it's got a mess-free, no-spill nozzle, so that's really helpful. And then it's just literally filling right up. Oops, I'm pointing at the wrong one, but it's filling up. I'm just filling it to the top line because once again, less is more. You can always add more, you can't always take it out. So I'm super excited. And I'm going to show y'all what paper I bought. So you're more than welcome to, if you're new to sublimation, maybe you already have your favorite ink, favorite paper, but I'm going to let you know where I got all of my supplies. So this one's filling up to the line kind of quick. I'm going to pull that out and put the cap on. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I'm actually kind of happy about this. So I've got this in. I'm going to close this up. And the next step here, unfortunately, because I couldn't get the printer in close view with the computer, is I'm going to finish the rest of the setup. So it comes with a setup disc that you'll pop into your computer. There's a couple more final steps that I need to do on the computer before I can print out my test page, which I can record for y'all if you wanted to. So once again, the ink that was recommended to me was from Amazon. It's from Printer Jack. So I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just showing you what I use. So we have Printer's Jack ink, and it comes with 4 bottles of sublimation ink, right? So this is what you get from Printer Jack, okay? Along with, they send you these syringes. Y'all, I did not want to mess with filling and getting ink on my hands. Y'all know I have 3 kids and 2 of them are autistic, and I do not want them touching ink or getting into this. So I thought it would be safer and cleaner for me to literally, instead of doing the syringes, to take these bottles. And what I did was I cleaned out these original bottles. So I 100% cleaned them out. I used the ink. I gave the ink to somebody else that has the same printer, but they use it for regular printing purposes. But I emptied this out. I let it air dry overnight, and then I filled it with this ink. So with the corresponding ink. So this is actually sublimation ink in here right now. It's not the ink it came with. And I wanted to, and I did that for the purpose of being able to use, instead of a syringe, I can use the actual nozzle that goes directly into the EcoTank ink. So I just wanted to have that ease of use. So as long as I stay with the, Printer Jack's sublimation ink, when I go to refill, I don't have to worry about cleaning out the bottle. I just need to literally refill it, twist off the cap and refill. Now I'm not going to lie, this cap, not this twist cap, this cap is going to take a little bit. You're going to have to pinch it on the top and give it a good twist. Okay, be careful not to take any pliers to that because you really don't want it to break or to snap off. Okay, so Printer's Jack ink, okay, from Amazon. Then the EcoTank I bought from Amazon. Okay, I just picked a really good reputable supplier, so I did that. And then the last thing, and it's sitting behind me here, is the paper I've been sublimating on, which I really like. So y'all can use any brand that you really want, but what I've noticed is that the sublimation paper that has it's got a really good rating and it subs really well is the, this is just a really good one. It's the A-Sub paper, okay, and it's the 125G. So this paper is what I've been using to sublimate with for the past couple weeks. So Morgan, who's in the group, did a great job and introduced me to this paper, and I really love the quality of it. And to me, sometimes you want that really good quality ink with the really good quality paper, and it just makes for a really vibrant cup. Great colors. I haven't had any issues with this paper not subbing well with it sticking. It stuck one time to a cup, but I was able to wash off the paper, which I've learned a new technique for that as well. So it's just a really good, to me, quality over quantity with that paper. But this one has been phenomenal. I also bought this on Amazon as well. So yeah, so I'm going to do some more tutorials over in Puzzle Tumblers. So if you're interested in learning more about sublimation or you have any questions, please feel free to join Puzzle Tumblers on Facebook. And you can also purchase sublimation tumblers, items, blanks, and accessories from www.puzzletumblers.com. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope that y'all have learned a little bit from tonight's tutorial on how you can convert your EPSON 2720 into a sublimation printer. So thank you again for watching. This is Jessica. Y'all have a great night. Bye.